Christopher Trotman Nixon, Trot, Boston 1996, 1998 through 2006. Known for his hard-nosed style of play, Trot Nixon ranks fourth in Red Sox history with 869 games played in right field. Boston's first selection of the 1993 June draft, number 7 overall, recorded an OPS of at least 800 in 7 consecutive seasons from 1999 through 2005, and hit 24 or more home runs in each season from 2001 through 03, earning team MVP honors in 2001. He batted .278 in his Red Sox career with an .845 OPS, 133 home runs, 523 RBI, and 547 runs scored. The 2004 World Series champion appeared in 38 postseason games for Boston, notably hitting a walk-off home run in Game 3 of the 2003 ALDS and adding 3 more home runs in the 2003 ALCS.
Saying this when you were playing, you almost took a football approach to baseball. Like you charged after everything. Pap was saying your uniform was trashed every game. I mean, poor Pookie, those guys having to clean it every night. But it resonated with the fans. They love the effort. Boston loves a dirt dog, and they quickly named you a dirt dog.
Yeah.
When did you start to feel that connection with the fans and realize that the way you play baseball is exactly what they want from their players?
It's a blue-collar town, and it always has been and always will be. And I felt like, they're going to hold me to a very high standard. I need to make sure that I bring it every night that I possibly can. I mean, there was plenty of nights that I wasn't very good at all, but there was some nights where I did have a little bit of success. But to me, Boston, blue-collar, hard hat, bring your lunch pail to work every day. I needed to have that kind of mentality coming to the field every day. And it's just something that I didn't think about. It's just what I wanted to. I wanted to do. I wanted to, not only did I want to impress, my parents, I wanted to impress the fans. I wanted the fans to realize that I'm no different than them. I'm going to come out here and work just as hard as they do on a daily basis, and then hopefully help this team win championships.
You look back, 04, but I think the narrative is that losing in 03 was the beginning of 04, right? In a lot of ways it was. But I was on that charter flight home with you guys. That didn't feel like the beginning of anything at the moment. How tough was that and that off season? Again, easier to look at it now that you won a year later. But man, that was tough.
It was very tough. Wakey did not deserve what he got. Aaron bleeping Boone getting lucky and closing his eyes, and I respect him. But it was a great series. It was a heavyweight bout, and but for us to be on the wrong side of it, it was tough. That flight, it was quiet, and for me personally, I lost a childhood teammate and friend. Was hit by a car that night, and he passed away. So I found out about it after the game. So it was difficult. I remember sitting out in Ted Williams' home run chair, which, by the way, is a long way out there. Holy cow. I remember fans had come out and they're doing the tour and so forth, and I was just sitting up there. I didn't want to leave the park, but I didn't know how to process it. But ownership, went to the table, went to the drawing board, and realized not only that the needs that this team needed, but also finding the right players, because it's not just going out and trying to spend, $300 million on players, this guy, whatever it was. We need to have the right player and also the right mindset that can come in and handle playing here. Because it's different here. And that's what they did. And the best part about it was how much that team came together. And it wasn't just the 25 guys that were on the roster. It was 5, 6, maybe 10 other guys that came up, maybe did back and forth that helped the team win. They're just as important as anybody else. And that's when it started. And 2004, kind of up and down year. I think everybody remembers when Bill Miller hit the home run off of Mariano Rivera, and I think there was some extracurricular stuff that happened in that game.
Tech's busy tonight, otherwise we'd have him out here to recreate it. And you go back to New York a year later. I mean, you couldn't write a script. They'd throw it out, say it's too crazy. To be back at Yankee Stadium and to win Game 7 after coming back from 3-0, you wind up
I wouldn't have done it that way.
You wind up out with the bleacher creatures at the end of it all.
You know, if being down 3-0, it was like, I didn't want to be seen in town because I figured that there was plenty of fans that were going to let me have it, and rightfully so. But the one thing that I felt like that happened, the good Lord above was saying, you know, we need a rain out. And when we got that rain out, what it did was it set the pitching up. Veritek led a meeting. You know, he talked about simplifying it. And even as elementary of a conversation he had with all of us in this meeting, the elementary message was, you know, look, you know, you got 9 innings. And in that 9 innings, you got a top half, you got a bottom half. I said, when it's each inning, let's try to win the inning. Let's win it or push. And when you simplify things, because all of us, what were we looking at? Oh God, we got to win 3 games. We got to win. We got to do this. We have to do that. So then all of a sudden you start putting this even, you know, boulder of pressure on your shoulders. And but simplifying it right there, I think everybody kind of bought into that. And all of a sudden we go back to Yankee Stadium. When we went back in for Game 6, we can kind of, I felt like we see their eyes getting a little bit bigger. And we felt like as players, we were a runaway freight train. And Bellhorn hits the opposite field home run. I don't know how the umpires decided that they're going to call this a home run, because it was. And no, it wasn't that was umpiring the game.
Angel, he's retired.
Angel, wasn't Angel. But stuff like that never happened to the Red Sox in Yankee Stadium. We never got the call. We got that call, win the ball game. Game 7, we're watching the miracle in the clubhouse, and you know, all of a sudden we look over and Mike Eruzione comes in, and I'm like, that's him. And we're like, that's it. These guys don't stand a chance. And Johnny let it all off, and rest is
They
history.
didn't stand a chance.